High thoughts, we all high.
So let's talk about the traveling aspect. Is it kind of just when we pick a place and we go there, or y'all wait to get booked in these places, or how do you decide on the next location?
Well, we have a standard. We have what we call our Texas Connection, where we're in Fort Worth 4 times a year. Then we have our legacy, and the reason why we call it our legacy because those are the rodeos that we have been doing like 30-something, almost 40 years. Denver, where it started off, we were at the National Western Stock Show, and we would do that rodeo on MLK. We go to Memphis, actually Georgetown area.
Yeah.
We do Oakland, which is actually Hayward. We do LA, City of Industry. We do Atlanta, Georgia, okay, out there in Conyers. And we do Upper Marlboro in the DMV.
Oh.
So that's our legacy.
Yeah.
You know, before we used to have a lot more markets, and yes, they would say, "Do you want to have a rodeo?" And we'd go,
Yeah.
you know. But now we strategically do things. We have people that want us to do additional rodeos, but it takes money,
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
for sure.
and we have to realize that when we do that, everything logistically has to work, okay?
Yeah.
You can't just go somewhere that doesn't have dirt. It has to have dirt. It has to
Right.
have, you know, what about the Cowboys? Can we get enough of contestants to travel wherever they want to travel? And because we put in added money for the Cowboys.
Right.
They pay an entry fee, but you got to put in thousands of dollars, like $10,000, $20,000 per rodeo for them to compete to get paid.
Wow.
Then you have staff, you know, so it takes a
Money.
lot.
Yeah. Okay. I want to back to you. So, I know after, like, again, just from being a spectator, being at a rodeo, I see it's high energy.
Yes.
You being on the announcing side, how would you mentally and physically prepare? You know, say you have an event coming up. How do you mentally prepare for what's coming?
Study. You know, looking at what we call our run a show. I put that together on our legacy tour, which means what schedule, what's happening.
Right.
Okay. If we have any special guests, make sure I have their bios ahead of time so I can speak on them. The contestants, who's competing, where they are, where they're ranking, because I'd look at the stats, where the hometown is, what do they do for a living. So it's my homework.
Okay. Yeah. And then what about that? Like, when you're not involved in the rodeo aspect of things, what's something that you do to, I guess you could say, relax or just detach or just be yourself? Or is that just you?
You know, yes, I have our markets, but because we prepare year-round, even though we just finished our last rodeo for the season, we're preparing for 2026. So my life doesn't stop,
Yeah.
okay? I have social media
Right.
24/7, but for my fun, what I like to do, I like to craft.
Okay.
You know, I like a good movie. I like to fish, even though I haven't been
Yeah.
fishing lately. But sometimes I just like to sit back, listen to music, put on candles, read a good book. You know, just get me some good headspace.
You're right. Just some good clarity and peace.
Yes,
Yeah. it's
nice glass of wine.
What? It's nothing like peace. People don't understand.
Yes.
Once you find peace within, I feel like that makes everything just start falling in line for you. Because once
Yes.
you establish that ground within yourself of this how I want things to go, or not even this how I want things to go, these are how I need things to go.
Right.
Then you have that standard and boundaries and everything else that comes in line with that. No, that's really exciting. So how do you balance honoring tradition in the sport while also bringing your own voice and perspective to it?
That's a good question. I'm always going to talk about the black cowboys and cowgirls.
Yeah.
Always. I'm always going to talk about their history and the importance of who they are and why they are. Me coming in as a female, what I look at it as not how great I am, but the fact I'm able to break a glass ceiling so somebody can come behind me.
You. Yeah.
And I heard a lady that was on the radio one time, and she had been first for a lot of different things. She said, being first isn't important if you can't bring somebody with you.
Ooh, that's deep right there. Yeah, we're gonna clip that. That's deep right there. Yeah.
I said, you're absolutely right. So I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing it for the little brown girls, the little black girls that say, what can I do? Or for my generation that say, I can no longer compete, but we can still do things.
Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
our national office is the majority African American women, black women.
Oh yeah.
Our owner, who was married to Lou Vasson, she's remarried now, Valeria. But that's a black female that
Yeah.
runs this organization.
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay? Our national director is a black woman.
Yeah.
So when you look that we can create our own spaces and that we have helped other women do this, that used to be with the Bill Pickett, now they're doing their own things,
Right.
then you're doing something.
Yeah. I wonder how that feels just within, as far as y'all, within y'all knowing like y'all have created something that flourishes for us. Like this is us, for us, by us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. Okay, so another question I have, you've also focused on preserving the history of black cowboys and cowgirls and bringing those stories to light. How does your work as an announcer intersect with cultural preservation and storytelling?
Oh my gosh, yes. At the beginning of our rodeo, a lot of times we'll talk about Bill Pickett, we'll talk about Stagecoach Mary, we'll talk about Nat Love, we'll talk about the Pony Express, we'll talk about Buffalo Soldiers, those things that a lot of kids and even adults don't know because they may not read that part of history.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer, if we don't tell our stories, who will?
If we don't pass it down, then it ends, and that's terrible.
Right,
Yeah.
that's terrible. So for me moving forward to be able to preserve some of those things, I have been outlining a book, and it's actually probably going to be 2 or 3 volumes, because I want to talk about the past, the current, and the future. And because when it comes to rodeo, I call them what they call pockets. So we have people in Beaumont, Cheek, Texas, okay? Houston, Oklahoma, all over, to where they're famous and good in their area, but nobody knows what they did because they don't travel.
Traveling is big.
Right. So I want to be able to go and say, hey, people like Willie Foo-Foo, who was bad to the bone. Nobody knows who Willie Foo-Foo is. But, talking about what he did, what he contributed. To be able to write about those people that have made a mark. Write about the Marilyn LeBlancs. And, we have an awesome woman, Stephanie Haynes, who's a multi champion. Yeah. To be able to put them in the book so people can be able to find them.
Right, yeah. See the history.
See the history.
Yeah, okay. So, again, back about the event. So there was a point in time where, like, I almost lost it. So I saw it was, like, one of the events, and I want to say it was, like, a young lady riding a horse. And it cut that corner fast and it slipped.
Yeah.
In those type of moments, like, I'm sure y'all have, like, maybe training that's like, okay, this is how we're going to handle this. So nobody freaks out. Like, so what is y'all's process in that moment when something like that goes wrong?
Yeah, because it does. So, we just ask everybody, to be quiet for a moment, if we can. Call paramedics, of course. Give them time to be able to see what's going on. And then they're escorted out.
Yeah.
But just try to keep the crowd calm. That's the main thing, and we lower our voices, we lower the music, and then after that, we try to find out an update so we can be able to tell the crowd, hey, they're good, or they're taken care of. Because so many people after the rodeo will inbox social media, okay, how's this person, how's that person, But yeah, we've seen some things, throughout the years. Sure. And you just have to be able to transition, And then once that's done, then you have to be able to get the crowd back up.
Right. Yeah, y'all did that too. Man, I ain't gonna lie, 'cause the first one it happened, I was like, oh my God. Speaking of, it's everything.
She's good.
Okay,
She's
perfect.
good.
No, I definitely, I didn't want to inbox. I was like, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna ask. Okay, so what changes would you like to see in the rodeo industry when it comes to diversity, inclusion, and representation? And how would you say you're working towards those changes?
Okay, one of the things that I'm working toward those changes, let me tell you, with the PRCA, that's Professional Rodeo Cowboy Association, there are only two African American black male announcers,
Wow.
two that have their card. I'm going to be the first woman,
Yeah.
black woman, to get theirs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't ever announce one of their rodeos, I'm going to get that card because it is possible. So we're going to diversify.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We're going to continue with, we have a foundation with the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo where we give scholarships and grants to our contestants so they can expand their rodeo talent, so they can be able to rodeo professionally and on other levels beyond Bill Pickett. So they can be able to go through those glass doors and glass ceilings themselves, knowing that they have the right equipment, they have the best horses, they can get the best skills and training, and they're just as good as anybody else.
For sure, yeah. So, being a part of the Bill Pickett team, does that prohibit you from doing things like, you know how they have the big rodeo down there at NRG? Like, are you able to be a part of that, or since once you're a part of like a certain organization, is it just this is the organization that I'm with?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer that twofold. The PRCA handles the big one at the Houston Livestock. So once
Okay.
you have to have your card
For sure.
to
Okay,
do it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Me with the Bill Pickett is by choice
Okay.
because I've been with them so long, and I'm a ride or die till the end. Could I announce other rodeos? Absolutely. But right now, this is my focus.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, this is my passion. This is where I want to be. One day to be able to announce somewhere else with the bigger rodeos, absolutely.
Yeah.
But right now, we're on a roller coaster that I want to keep riding. I
Yeah.
don't want to be distracted.
I hear you on that, yeah, because y'all are on to something too. Like that was amazing event, amazing talent from
Yes.
announcers down to man, yeah. I'm talking about the guys that I don't know what they're called, like the ones that kind of like they're on the side while the events are going on, but in case something go wrong, they're
right.
man, those guys is cold. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't never seen a person catch somebody off another horse while they on that horse, man.
That's our pickup, men.
Yeah, no. Okay, let's see. Being the first black female professional rodeo announcer gives you a unique platform. What does that accomplishment mean to you on a personal level?
To God be the glory.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it any better than that, honestly. Yeah, that's. So, what advice would you give to a young woman of color that's, you know, they see this going on and they want to partake and be a part?
If that's what you want to do, that's your passion, call me. I'll give you everything that I have and more. Let me know what you want to do. One thing is start studying. Watch videos, but go to rodeos. You need that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, videotape. Get on the mic. I don't care where you are, just get on the mic. You know, that needs to be your best friend. Any opportunity you have to speak in front of anybody, do it.
Practice, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Looking ahead, what legacy do you hope to leave behind within the rodeo and beyond? And how do you want to be remembered?
She stuck with it and she did it.
Yeah.
I was just talking with my son. And I said, you know, when I first started with the rodeo, I had a lot of people, you know, people love you. And they're like, well, why are you still there? Are you still doing that little rodeo thing? You know, I'm still with Bill Pickett. Now, today, they're like, oh, you still with Bill Pickett? Yeah, put respect on that name.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So leaving my legacy, I want people to understand that what I did and the passion behind what I did is real. Find your passion. The other thing is knowing that when someone sees me, that they know that black cowboys, black cowgirls exist. So I used to do a rodeo event in Beaumont for 11 years. I did a trail ride, Zydeco Festival, and the rodeo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So, you know, I tell everybody, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to them.
So when they Google me,
Yeah. Then when y'all Google me, yeah, let them
Yeah.
know.
right?
Yeah.